Hello and welcome. I hope you're having a great day or evening, and it might even get better because today we are playing Time Tracker, a survivor's arena shooting game with constant progression. We will just dive into it by picking one of the currently 4 players or characters. I don't have this one unlocked yet, but I will just pick the Rebel Meave and enter the timeline. Here we have the timeline, so it is a grid-based movement where we are playing in different levels and zones with different enemies and difficulties to overcome, and we have different weapons, but more on those in a minute because now we are just diving in and we are moving around with WASD and can aim with the mouse. The weapon we have automatically hits, so what do we need? More weapons, exactly, because we have right here 6 different slots to fill. We need to unlock first, but we currently have 2 weapons, handheld weapons, and the other ones would be drones. We'll unlock them in a second. But right now we are just moving around, gaining experience points by just killing the enemies, and here we have attachments, different mods. So for example, if I pick this life recycler device that grants a chance to restore HP when attacking. So when I put it into a slot right here, for the photon blade for example, it gives me a 30% chance to restore 5% damage plus 1 health. So, oh my god, I'm not good at math. So when I deal 100 damage, I would regain 6 health if it procs. I think that's right. Here we have a couple more weapons. I will just pick one, and I would actually prefer this compared to the Tesla gun, because now we have a nice little or cold looking spray, fog, whatever. So we are just currently leveling up and picking up an amplifier device that adjusts projectile size, which is nice for sword wave, because now we are hitting in a wider range. And we don't have to pick up the experience points like in other games, but in other survivor games, shooting games, because it is done automatically. But what we need to pick up is crystals. These mobs drop, and this would be a bit stale. The combat system would be a bit stale. So what do we have? Well, what does our character have as well? A special ability. You can see the orange bar, yellow bar. I'm not colorblind. I think it's orange-yellow type of style. Anyway, this is our energy bar, which can be used up for special ability. And this character, this May right here, has a neat one. This ability. So, what would I call it? Slashing ability, which damages our enemies. So, what do we have here? We are constantly picking up level 1 weapons, which we can also use to upgrade, but more in a second. Now we just covered in the light tower right here and picked up the intimidation system. Intimidation plus 0.1 and intimidation chance 3%. So what is intimidation? Intimidation, I think I'm pronouncing it right. Yeah, chance of intimidation, higher values makes enemies more likely to be immobilized when they hit us. So we also have kind of defensive stats. If they run into us, they have a chance to be immobilized, so they can't move after hitting us, which is a nice addition to the combat system. So what we have here is a power booster. I will just pick this one here and move on to the supply crate right here. We're standing in the circle, and when it is done, we will pick up, or it drops. Okay, here we have the first chance to upgrade our weapon by just, if we have 2 of the same level, we upgrade them. Now there's a level 2. I will change it here. And go. Another supply crate. Oh, damn it! I picked the wrong item. I did not want that, to be honest. But now we have enough crystals to unlock the first drone. So what do I want to pick into or give the drone? It's a flamethrower. Yeah, exactly. It's the fire burning thing. Yeah, I need to have a run up to to be able to pronounce flamethrower. Yeah, got it. So this is basically the routine right now. As you can see, there's a timer ticking down, and here we have different objectives. So what we can actually do in this game, because they actually implemented press and hold F for early withdrawal, which is nice because this timer, sometimes we fulfill everything we need to fulfill and could gain more experience points, which is beating enemies, which I will do just now. But now we have the chance, because we did not have that before, especially before I did a review on it on the early access launch. Maybe I will pick this option in the next level to just get a bit further, because after this level is done, now we will be transported back to the timeline. We continue the game, and now 2 more grids are being opened. So what is this, for example? Construct domain. Here we have random, what's it called? Chances to gain, to change the level itself, because if, for example, it would end right here, it would be a boss fight. But no, we just gained this ability right here, increase our HP and reduces our dodge chance. We gained a couple of crystals and the compression suit. For every 4,000 damage taken, defense increases by 1, which is nice in the long run. So let's move on to the next level, and the next level, and the next level. I will just unlock this drone as well, pick in or attach a photon blade, and this is basically the routine right now. I will just skip a bit ahead to let you see how the game changes with more upgrades, with more mods and more attachments and more weapons. See you in a second. Okay, we are now very close to unlocking the first boss level, so finishing the first area of the time zone, and we have already unlocked every weapon and drone, and also a couple of mods and attachments. We don't have yet enough to fulfill them. I will tell you a bit about why I chose these weapons and mods in a second, but before that, let's finish this level real quick and level up one more time, gain a power booster, upgrade this one, increase the burn damage from the flamethrower, from that item. So we are now getting back because we completed the mission, and now here we have the first boss unlocked. But let's first up construct the domain, so hopefully gain a couple more crystals or weapon upgrades. Yeah, exactly. Life system, HP increased, and this area. These are levels with containers which have different attachments and weapons in them. I don't want to do them to save a bit of time. I mean, time for me, because I can just skip for you. But anyway, here we have our arsenal. So the photon blade, for example, we already had that one. Then we have a laser rifle, another photon blade, a chainsaw, so a real South American, not southern US way to decapitate someone, and a clave as well as the flamethrower. Got it. So let's go into the boss battle first, but what I haven't yet shown you is the research hub. So this is also one way to have a consistent progression with our game, with our run. So once we finish a run, either by going into the end game or dying as many times as these things have numbers, so I don't want to count. Whenever this happens, when we reach this one after dying in a game, this would gain one level whenever we die, and so on. What a great explanation, Dorian. So let's just go into it, and as mentioned, or as I wanted to mention, just started the level because I am not very multitasking able, I think is the right word. So we have here the boss, which is a berserker. He will charge us 3 times, and we try to avoid them. And hit them with our glaives, which are these circling things right here, which I also pick because they are negating projectiles. So this one right here will shoot at us. You can see the glaives will diminish this one, or block this one. I will just try and dodge while using my special ability, and we can actually trap him behind the light tower, which is not a great move, so I will just move outside again and go face him like a real man with female character. Yeah, whatever. In today's time, it's fine. So just try and dodge as many of his charges as possible. Pick up the supply crate right here. Oh no! He's too fast and too furious. Picked it up, gained a new level, the propulsor. Can we upgrade it? Yes. This increases the rotation speed of the glaives. As you can see, they are now very, very fastly spinning around us and blocking all these dangerous projectiles. As you can see, these crystal looking things. We can also increase the number of glaives now. Wonderful. So the next time, 3 glaives. Perfect. The boss already died. I mean, it was a bit anticlimactic, but the crystals we will pick up in a second and finish up this run by using the early withdrawal. So let's press F, hold this, and here we go. We leave the level and completed the mission. So now the next zone will be unlocked, and we would go through these zones as we just did with this one. But what I haven't finished yet explaining, because I didn't even started it, was the research hub. So when we die, we can gain, or we will gain from the data center. Current tech points is 83, so we could go into the research hub and allocate these points into the different talents, which would give us an edge, an advantage into the next run. But we can't do that right now during a run, so whenever we die or whenever we finish a run, we can do that. And that's basically the gist of Time Tracker. I hope you had a great time. If not, thanks for watching anyway, and have a great day or evening.